everyone, it's finally here. The Colourpop package finally came with the new No Filter foundation and the 2 new powders that I ordered to go along with it. We're gonna see. It's a big hyped product. Some people love it, some people hate it. I'm going to try it on, and I think I may have gotten a good color match on this one. I had to do it totally blind on the website, and I watched videos where people swatched them, and I could not decide, and it is a very hard choice because they have about 1 billion choices in the color range. It's a huge color range. So I have finally got what I think is going to match my skin. That is light 45. Just looking at the bottle, I'm like, yeah, that's probably about right. If I have to adjust it a little bit, I will, but I'm thinking that's probably going to be pretty close to my color. I got the No Filter setting powder in translucent. That is quite light. So the way we'll do this is I'll put my foundation on, and if it's too deep, which I don't think it's going to be, I will use this translucent setting powder, or if it's the perfect color, I'll use this translucent setting powder because that is very light. And if it's too light, which it may be, I will try the sheer pressed powder that I bought in light. This has got a little bit, I think, of a pigment to it, so we're gonna see which one of these works out. I'm starting to wonder if, as I'm aging and my skin is getting older, if I need to use a pressed powder instead of a loose powder, if that's going to apply less powder to my skin and make it look less older, crepier, linier, etc. So I'm kind of getting into that zone now. Yeah, so first of all, right out of the box, there is no lid. It does have a locking top. So it's locked, and then you twist and unlock it so that you can travel with it, so it's not going to completely go everywhere. Now let's look at this color. This is light 45. I would never in 1,000 years think about buying a 45 anything. I mean, usually a 10 is what I'm looking at. Okay, taking my new wonderful Miss A blending sponge. I'm just going to pick some of this up, and I'm going to put it on to see if it's even remotely the right color. It's looking very yellow all of a sudden. Oh gosh. Yellow. What happened? It's like it oxidized or something. It doesn't look that yellow in the bottle. Okay, let's try this again. I mixed the foundation in with quite a bit of lightning drops. I have a hard candy one, and I also mixed it in with several pumps from my Ulta lightning drops. As close as I'm gonna get it. It is just very yellow. I don't want to add a ton of the lightning drops because I don't want it to totally throw the feel of the foundation off. So if it's a little yellow, we're just gonna have to go with that and hope that this powder takes some of that away. Now, as far as the consistency, I'm liking the consistency on this a lot. It is covering. It doesn't look like it's going to be super dry looking. I know people have said, or the packaging says, that it's a matte or a soft matte, which can be problematic for me. But then people also say that it doesn't really look like a matte, so it's still quite greenish yellow, guys. It doesn't feel heavy or look heavy at all. All right, I put it on kind of heavy so we can see what it looks like. It does not look dry. Okay, since it was so extremely yellow, I'm going to go with that lighter translucent color powder, and we're gonna see how that works. Okay, I'm gonna pour some of this translucent in my little dish here, and that has quite a bit of color. It has quite a bit of a yellowish color to it. I'm just going to press this in. I have a big fluffy brush. I thought it's going to make me yellower, but it is not. Put a little more in there. This pours out from the little dispenser in this thing pretty heavy, so be careful with that. Okay, it's actually not too bad. Okay, here's the test. Is it matte? It's definitely not dewy, and it's definitely not a satin finish. Maybe it is. It's not super matte. It's just a little satiny. It's just like a normal looking foundation. It just kind of looks like I like a lot of foundations that look like your skin. This looks like you do have foundation on. It's not a melting into your skin type of deal. Okay, and that's the new Colourpop No Filter stuff. Let me show you. I didn't end up using the sheer pressed powder because I thought it was going to add some color. I may try this in a future video and see just what it does. But as I'm looking at this and I have the rest of my makeup on, I'm starting to think it is not a super matte. It's not very, very matte. It's not overly matte. It's not kind of more of a satiny finish. It's not a bad foundation whatsoever. And now that I have all my other makeup on, it looks a little less yellow than it did. I think it turned out okay. I don't think it's a bad foundation, especially for the price. The price on this stuff is so low. Let me go ahead and shear some of this out on the back of my hand so you can really see the finish on it. It doesn't look, it looks dry on the back of my hand. It looks matte on the back of my hand, but it's right through here. It definitely has a light look to it. It doesn't look heavy. Doesn't look like an all-day wear foundation or any of that stuff. I don't think it's a bad foundation at all. The price is fantastic on it, I think. You get a lot of coverage for not a lot of price. So thanks for watching. Please send me comments. Check out my Instagram. I've been a little bit better at keeping up with putting pictures out there. And I'll see you in my next video.